Right, well, hi folks. It's a lovely day out here and a good day for a cube juggling giveaway, which I know a lot of you have been waiting for. This is my chance to say thanks to those who've encouraged and provided support to me over the last few months of cube juggling's existence, and also to give away a cube. Now, I was going to juggle and solve thanks, but actually what I found in a practice run was that I was solving this far before the time that I needed to answer all the questions. So what I'm going to do is try something a bit more ambitious, which is to juggle and solve just one cube. It's the T for twist cube. That was my terrible pun in my video launching the Q&A giveaway, and this is the cube that you will win if you are successful and from today's giveaway. So stay tuned for the reveal, stay tuned for the honorary prize of best pun, and I'm going to grab two other juggling balls. Now off screen there's a computer, because I've got to click through the questions, and I've got to find a way of doing that while also answering the questions and solving a cube. Of course, the first thing to do is to make sure this is fully scrambled, so I'm going to do that. I'm not going to use a program to generate a scramble, I'm just going to do a random one. I'm just going to have to trust that this is a random scramble. Right. I think that's quite a large number of additional moves than a competition scramble would require. So I'm going to say that's scrambled up. And at the end of the video as well, stay tuned for a potential world first. Don't know if it is, I assume it must be, but if it works. So that's relating to one of the questions. And I'm going to start the juggle, and I'm going to split the comments into three categories, which are the curious, those who asked questions without a pun; the comedians, those who didn't ask a question but who raised a pun or a joke; and the contenders, who did both, who asked a question and also attached a pun to their question. And you contenders are in the running for winning the T-Cube. So as we go on, I'll also be giving a few thanks and shout outs to particular subscribers and those who've encouraged me along the way particularly and inspired me to do all this. All right then. So let's give it a go. Now, the thing to be aware of immediately is that I raised a question myself on the video. So I think we should tackle that first. And I'm not talking about that person who commented first on my video. But my question was, what does "you" actually mean? And I got no fewer than 4 responses. I'm going to see if this works now. Oh, failed at the first hurdle. I guess I wasn't balanced enough in my approach. Let's start again. Only got 2 moves into the cross anyway. This is going to be tricky, because I'm not used to looking at other things and clicking to skip through a slide. But let's keep going. So, full scramble. Here we go again. All right. So, 4 people provided their comments. Samuel Achinger -G8R. CubeHead telling us about his huge discount of 5%. JMEK4115. Use discount code CubeHead for a huge discount. Cubero _ Albiceleste _ 2006. A huge discount. And then Ruby Vandana 1114 says you from CubeHead for a huge discount. So I think there's a pretty consistent answer there. My follow-up question, of course, is who or what is CubeHead? I'm only joking, of course. I'm a follower of CubeHead, and some of his videos have been very useful for me. Learning the sledge, I think, was one thing, and I think also learning a bit of pseudo as well. Although I don't use pseudo in my cube juggling. That's just too complicated for me. Right, well, let's move on. See if I can do this time. You ready? And if the camera wobbles, that's probably because my cable is not long enough to allow me to go any further than I am away from my camera. All right, here we go. So, actually, if I do it this hand, I can click. Oh dear. I'm going to have to try something different, aren't I? All right, what else can we do? No, let's pick up where we left off. There we are. The curious then. All right, 5 entries here. Samuel Achinger -G8R. Again, I don't know good jokes, but I have a question. How did you learn to solve a cube? And how to juggle? And who taught you? I, for example, learned from YouTube, and now I'm learning ALGs from JPerm's website. I think well, most recently for cube juggling, for learning CFOP, I did that. But the truth is, I figured out the cube. I didn't use a tutorial. I invented my own method, and you can see the video that I posted a while ago exploring that method and how inefficient it is, because of course, you know, well, it's something like a 10-step process, but I didn't want to scramble it too much because I couldn't keep track of where things were going. So I needed it to be a little bit simple. So that's for cubing. For juggling, I taught myself. I think I might have used a book to learn Mills Mess, but when I was at university, I was part of an active juggling society and learned loads of new skills there, just through, well, either osmosis or from people spending the time showing me new tricks and how to do it well. So that's that, and then CFOP, as I've said, yeah, YouTube first, probably JPerm, I think, for one-handed cubing. There's the cross solved, by the way, and then I think it was going on to JPerm's website and having a look at his one-handed ALGs. That's how I did it too. Just getting the first pair in place now. There we go, that's the green-red. Now let's have a go at the next question. So, how long have you been practicing juggling of cubes? Well, that's from Quebec777. That's an easy one to answer. The first video on this channel documents my literal first attempt at cube juggling, and they went pretty badly wrong. So have a look. That was on the 2nd of August 2025, roughly 9 months ago. So I hope that helps to answer that one. And of course, within that time, I've had to relearn the cube, how to do it properly, that is, and all sorts of things as well. I better get some of this going, hadn't I? This solve. I can't just answer questions. I've set myself the challenge of doing a number of things at once here. There we go. We got getting the orange-blue now in place. It's not there yet. Let's just get that in place first. There we are. Okay, and then final one to slot it in. There we go. Right. Next question is C9 Cubing USA. Have you ever juggled any other cube than a 3x3? Well, hold on, because there might be a little special thing at the end of this video. We will see. But no, the answer is, well, actually, yes, there is. So I have juggled the novelty cube cushion that features in most of my videos behind my head on the back of the room, just to see if I could. And turns out I can. A bit tricky though, because it's, well, rather large. Let's just get this one in place as well. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Where are we now? Got to get that back in place, that's okay. All right, this is the orange-green pair slotted in. Finally, can you juggle Pyraminx? Oh no, not finally, sorry, number 4. Ruber, can you juggle Pyraminx? Well, again, hold on. Number 5. Now this question is something else. Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? This is from somebody called Ior29 GYEUSNA 57. First of all, why do you call me good? It's probably my response. And I don't feel skilled or qualified to answer that question. But I know somebody who I think is. And that's Jesus. He himself was asked this question. And I have recorded a little extra practice run just exploring this question and my reflections on it, which I will release at some point soon. So thank you for asking that very interesting question. And I look forward to seeing you at that video. Right, better get this blue-red pair sorted, hadn't we? Now, how are we doing this one? Okay, I can do it this way, that's fine. Wasn't planning to do it that way, but... Oops. Just dislodged the bottom layer there. Now, how are we doing? Needs to be that way, doesn't it? Ah, didn't quite twist it round. There we are. Okay, good. That's ready to go. And where are we? Okay. Oops. You know what, when you get to the final stage of any particular part, that's F2L done. It gets pretty nerve-wracking. I've talked about that in one of my videos, the nerves. And at this point I'm going to have to try and do my thing. Didn't quite get it there. Okay, right, still not going. Can't seem to click it over. Okay, there we are, the comedians. Right, finally, 5 entries again. Chicken Cuber 1, why did the fish blush? Now, the comedians and the contenders have the chance at the honorary prize of best pun. Why did the fish blush? He saw the sea's bottom. I mean, that's extraordinary, isn't it? Comes with a laughing face, which was my face when I saw that joke. Okay, next one. Nishkal cubing, you got it. Playing on the word you there. Nicely done. Number 3, West PDE 5548. What is the name given to the 45th American Vice President's dance style? Are you ready? The algorithm. Wow. I mean, that's quite good, if I'm honest. Comes with 2 laughing, smiley faces. So, you know, probably indicative of how that individual feels about their own joke. Not quite sure I match that same appreciation, but there we go. And then from Isaiah Garrison Life, you, playing on the you theme. And then also, when Chuck Norris was in school, he had to write an essay on what is courage. He turned in a blank sheet of paper with his name on it. He aced it. Nice. And Isaiah Garrison, thank you for your specific encouragements over the time. I've enjoyed your advice and your interactions on my videos, so thank you. And then cold hands cubing, which is a difficult thing to do. My hands are pretty cold out here. It's nice and sunny, but it's quite cold. Chuck Norris can divide by 0, playing on the Chuck Norris theme. Well, that would be, he'd be in good company if he could. Right, now, I suppose I'd better do a few more solving bits. Now this is an algorithm I do not like. This is one of the dot cases. So what I might do is one I know, and then get it back into and see what we end up with. Because I don't think that I'm going to be able to do this at speed, under pressure, and reliably get it back to solved. So what have we got here? Another dot. Brilliant. All right, well, let's try again. Let's put that back and put it back again. There we are. And need to get that back in. Here we are. Right. What have we got here? I think I might. Oh, well, hang on a sec. It's yet another dot. It's back to where it was. Okay. Now what to do? A different case, maybe. Let's see what I can do with this one. There are some algorithms that I haven't yet secured reliably while juggling. And if you saw my 19-minute video, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Right, what have we got now? Okay, now we've got a square case. This should be a bit more straightforward to do, but I think I should move on, shouldn't I? Okay, we've got it into an OLL that I think I should be able to solve while juggling. Let's have a look. So, we've done the comedians, and you are in the running for the honorary prize of best pun. The contenders. There are 12 entries here, so we've got 3 pages. I'm going to have to click through 3 times. First one, you. Is this catastrophic, or do you have a cat? That's from CPR. Oh, there we go. Let's pick it up and keep going. So CPRPGND. Trying to do too many things at once, I think. You, is this catastrophic or do you have a cat? Play on words with the cat there. Nicely done. I don't have a cat. So I think that one's pretty much answered. Number 2. Michael Dajue, 2202. When did you find out you could juggle and solve cubes? And the joke is, also imagine juggling cubes and someone throws in a cuboid. Laughing face. I mean, I think technically a cube is a cuboid, but I enjoyed it anyway. When did I find out? Well, the thing is, I didn't find out I could, I just had a go. And, well, and practiced quite a lot. So, and of course you can too, because I'm going to be giving a 10-step Masterclass in bite-sized chunks to enable you to learn as well. So I'm going to share all I learn. Let's put that there. Oh dear. Oh, you know what? Juggling up for 20 minutes or so is quite tiring. But there we go. I'll keep it going from that point. So, next question. Okay. So, who is your favourite? This is from Anna Smith 6479. Who's your favourite other cubing YouTuber? And then the joke is, when you see cows sleeping in a field, it's past your bedtime. Pasture. Very good. Appreciate that pun. So, my favourite cubing YouTuber. Well, I have quite a few. I'm going to answer this in respect of the, let's call them the blockbuster YouTubers. The big, the big ones. I think that my favourite YouTuber would be probably Tingman, because there is because first of all his videos are wholesome, and I think it was Tingman principally that encouraged me that I could do cubing online as a slightly older cuber than the norm, let's say, and could also share my faith as well. So if you haven't seen it, my Easter update was one that I still hold as probably the one I'm most pleased with, and it was the Tale of Three Crosses, exploring the story of Jesus and the two criminals by his side at his crucifixion. There's OLL done. Next question. And Tingman shares things every Easter and Christmas, by the way, of that kind. So, next question is number 4, SLP Sports YT. I have a joke to win, hyphen. I tried cube juggling with a Rubik's Cube. Good job. But I dropped it mid-air and it didn't hit the floor. It just solved itself into a new problem. Yeah, I've had that happen as well. Interestingly, if you've seen my last video, well, what happened was the thing, well, suddenly became a Megaminx at the end. But I'm going to have to do my thing and click through into the next section. Okay, nope, that didn't work. I think it's, oh dear. Ooh, wow, okay, tiring stuff. Did click through, so we're at OLL. Number 5, Alex SW1315. Hi, congrats on reaching that many subscribers. Thank you. Are you planning on participating in more WCA competitions, maybe even in other events than one-handed? And also, what do a cube juggler's cube and a drunk person have in common? They act scrambled, they can lose their orientation, and if it gets really bad, they're dropping to the ground. I mean, that's well done. Hats off, that's a great pun. Great joke. Very relevant. Enjoyed that. So, I need to answer the questions though. So, we are talking about cube competitions, aren't we? So, well, technically I've never competed. Back in January 2026, I went to Stevenage, UK, and had a very different purpose at that point in time, and that was to, got V-Perm by the way, and that was to see if I could get qualifying solve times in both my right and my left hands, and I did. But this time, I'm going there to cube juggle. The WCA may not be ready for us, but we're turning up anyway. So stay tuned for something there. in time to come. Right, now what's the next move here? This is causing me a little bit of complication. I'll move it back and see if I can just... Trouble with these algas is that if you well, it's oh, I need to do a double move, that's why. Okay, right. That's why it was confusing me. Now it's the ring finger. Nope, this is a bit of a tricky move with juggling. There we are. Oh dear. I think I've actually messed that V-perm up in doing that. Right, let's see if we get it back. Where did it go from there? This is the tricky thing about cube juggling. Yeah, that's gone a bit wrong, that. Okay, well let's get back to where we should be, shall we? Oh wow! And this is the reality. Okay. Well, that pair needs reslotting in. Ah, right. Okay. Well, back to a square case, and we've got a different algorithm now. It's F-perm. All right. Oh, here we go. A bit too challenging for me doing this while also doing everything else. Here we go. Right, let's carry on. So, speedcubing.org says, do you think cube juggling deserves its own discount code, or will that discount too much from your juggling skill? Nice. I like the play on discount there. Well, obviously, yeah. I'm keeping RS3M V5s in business through your very shop, Daniel, I think. So yes, I think I should deserve a discount. And let me say thank you very much indeed for your advice, support from the very outset of cube juggling's journey, and your friendship too. So next one. Haven't done any moves there on PLL yet. M Mountain 03, this is number 7. When did you start cube juggling? And did you know before the crowbar, most crows drank at home? Nice, I like that. How long have I been cube juggling? Well, I've been juggling for as long as this channel has been in existence, so about 9 months. And you can check out my very first video on this channel. NA-cuber, what was the hardest step in learning how to cube juggle? And then why did the juggling cuber bring extra cubes in case things got out of hand? Very good, very relevant joke there. So, the hardest step, probably controlling the rotations, I think. Although for me also, learning CFOP was at pace and was a bit tricky then. So I had to do that as well as doing everything else, so that was a bit tricky. Right, now. Let's do a few, ooh, whoops. Keep on going with F-perm. Oh dear. Oh. You can tell I'm getting a bit tired now. With cube juggling, well, mistakes abound. Now this is where I haven't done F-perm for a little while juggling. Hopefully no, that's not right. No, I went the wrong way, didn't I? It's oops, F prime, but I think I've just flipped it out of orientation again by accident. Question is which one? It's that one. There we are. Right now, so I need to get that in the other way. Okay. I can't remember it. I'm going to have to try something else. Ah, dear. Okay, it's G-perm. Right. Let's go on to the last round. So there are 4 more. Here we go. What's your PB? Asks IK Gamer 6347. And also, what's the toughest guy in a circus? I would say it's you because Juggler's got the most balls, but you got the most cubes. Okay, well, no comment there. PB. This is one-handed cubing. Will be, well, 33 seconds, just over 33 seconds in each hand. So I've got, as you probably know by now, I'm learning in both hands. And that means that I've got to make sure that I've got to, it enables me to do 2 hands, sorry, let's start again. Learning one-handed in both hands enables me to turn with both hands. So that was the idea. And eventually I'll get speedier and hopefully faster at the at solve times as well. All right. Oops. Well, at least it's a lovely day out here. Good day for a cube juggle, I think. That was G-perm. And I'm exhausted. Lots of drops along the way, but I hope you can forgive me for that because this is an untested thing and lots and lots of things going on. So, no failing ever. No, CXLDSUXX, SUXZ. Goodness me, you'd think by now I would know your tag. When cube juggling, do you ever drop your standards or just your cubes? Very good. Well, I think you've just seen I drop my standards quite frequently. But yeah, appreciate the link there with cube juggling in the pun. And thanks for all your comments along the way. You've been first more times than I care to remember. No failing ever. Poor me can't form jokes. That's a joke in itself, I think. A very, very clever one, because this tag name is No Failing Ever. So I'll just ask a question. What made you start this channel? I'm really curious about that. Love the work, keep it up. Got a bunch of kids to inspire them as old daddy takes on something new and does something he enjoys. And they see a model for trying something that seems impossible to begin with, learning how to do it. Hopefully it'll inspire others too. And also something that gives them a model before they reach the age where they can do social media and online identities. Something that gives them a model to push out something fun, respectful, not to get worried about what comments people say online. So that sort of thing. And also because I enjoy it, it keeps me accountable. You guys have kept me accountable to keeping this going in spite of the busy family and work life that I lead as well. So that's probably why. Your favourite WSA cubing event, that would have to be, well, one-handed is the only one I can do. I don't practice anything else because I haven't got time. I only do things that are going to help my cube juggling. But I think if I'm honest also, the one I have deep respect for is like the big cube blinds. I just don't know how somebody would even approach practicing and learning. So big respect for those people who do that. And the joke there is I told my phone I needed a break. Now it won't stop sending me vacation ads. Very nice, with a laughing face to come. Okay then, those are the 12. I will share what I learn. Now, I'm not an expert, as you can tell, but I am someone who's figured out the art of cube juggling and have successfully solved a fully scrambled cube 5 times to date, and have done various tricks with 3, and actually with 4 as well. I don't know if anyone else has done that yet, so let me know if that's the case. So I'm going to share what I've learned in Masterclass, and I'll also keep it fun with the cube maintenance series carrying on and other silly things as well. So keep tuned. I'm going to go with the winner now, the big reveal. Now there are 12 entries. 12-sided twisty puzzle. Any ideas? How about one of these? It's a Megaminx, but each face of the 12 sides corresponds to a number, and that number corresponds to the contender in this reveal. Now, the way I'm going to do this, hopefully fairly, is to throw it up very high, twist it round, and whatever face it lands up is the winner. Okay, so here we go. Number 7. Now, who was number 7? M-Mountain03. And you were the one who asked, when did you start cube juggling, and did you know before the crowbar most crows drank it home? So your cube is going to be the one I've just solved, and it comes with a few little battle scars along the way as well, a few chips here and there, which I don't know if you can pick up on the camera. That is heading your way. If you just message me, I'll get that to you as soon as I can. Well done. So, the winner of the joke then, all right, is Alex SW1315. As judged by me, there's no random number generation here. And your joke was, what do a cube juggler's cube and a drunk person have in common? They act scrambled, they can lose their orientation, and if it gets really bad, they are dropping to the ground. I just really enjoyed that blend of cube juggling in there. So that was great. So you are the winner of the Honorary Pun Award. So is it time for a world first then? This is a very long video. Thanks for keeping going. I'm going to take with the Megaminx. I'm going to put this one down because I'm not going to damage it any further than I have for M-Mountain03. And I'm going to pick up several other cubes. So questions about Pyraminx and other cubes. So here we are. We've got, I think it's a Megamorphix, is it? Tell me if I'm wrong. Pyraminx and the Megaminx. So here we are. I don't know if this might be a world first itself. They feel very different. The Megaminx is a lot heavier. Let's add another one into the minx perhaps, Scube. And I'm going to move the laptop out of the way because this is now in danger of getting damaged. All right, here we go. Let's launch the Pyraminx first. Okay, no problem there. Enter Kilominx. This may go very badly wrong. I might need to angle the camera up a bit. There we are, because you're not going to see it otherwise. Okay, here we go. This was the Pyraminx from which I harvested a couple of bits for my Cubenstein video recently, which was a bit silly really, wasn't it? But there was some useful advice as well. Okay, launch the Pyraminx first. The Scube is a bit funny because it twists very easily. All right, well, bang goes the Megamorphix. I think I didn't quite get 10 catches. 10 catches is a qualifying juggle. I'm going to take the microphone out. Okay, well look, there we are. This is the throws and issues of cube juggling there. I'm going to put those down and deal with it later and give it one more go. Just going to launch the Scube first. Ooh. More than 10 catches. I think that's a world first. A technical juggle of a Kilominx, a Pyraminx, a Megamorphix, with a couple of pieces missing, a Scube. Is that it? Can't remember now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed all that. Stay tuned for much more fun and more edited videos along the way. I hope you enjoyed this one. And well done to the winner. And well done to the winner of the honorary pun as well. Thanks for all your support. And till next time. See you.